Hello, little artists and little artists' parents. Thank you for joining me again. Today we're going to do a cute Halloween bat since it is October 1st, 2020, and hope you enjoy the video. All right, and away we go here. So you want to start out by making sure that we have some sort of a border so that they have a working area. On a normal size piece of paper, this is about a 1/2 inch. Anything close to that is going to be fine. And then a guideline horizontally and vertically are also very, very helpful for the kids so that they can kind of see where the stuff is going to go on the page. It's okay if it's a little sketchy. You can see even mine's a little sketchy here. Does not need to be any permanent lines. Those are going to erase, so don't worry too much about them being perfectly straight. We don't have to have a ruler to draw those in, okay? So first thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and get started with our first shape, and central shapes are also really good. So the first thing I want you to do is let's go ahead and dot our first central shape, okay? So we're going to draw in either a circle or an oval. Anything kind of in the middle is going to be fine, and then go ahead and have our student trace or draw that line for us. Okay, and once we get that in there, again, don't worry too much about how it looks. We won't worry about that. You know, if it gets way too big or way too small, you can help the student adjust it. But for now, that's going to be just fine, okay? Next thing we want to do is we're going to start working on the wings. So we're going to take and we're going to do a little arch on each side, just like this, that comes down, okay? We'll do another one on the other side here. Comes up, comes around, and it's going to connect to the body as well. You can have them go ahead and dot those in there. You can see they're not totally symmetrical, and that's okay. Not a big deal. Just want to make sure that they're, you know, that they're relatively even. We don't want one huge wing and one small wing. If the bat was rotated, it'd be a little different, but on this particular picture, we'll have a front-facing cute bat that should look pretty nice. So the next thing we're going to do, very, very simple, is we're going to take and we're going to add in the little underneath part of the wings, okay? It's going to come up like this and touch our guideline. It'll drop down. Again, I would dot these in for the student to make sure that they're comfortable with what they're drawing. And again, you have those lines there to kind of help you with the symmetry. And symmetry is important eventually, but as of now, at this age, not as much, okay? So you can see I have one wing a little bigger, one wing a little smaller. That's just fine, not a big deal, okay? And you can adjust that during the color phase, or if it bothers them, let them adjust it, no big deal. So next thing we want to do is we're going to start working already on the face, okay? So we have our wings in there, we have our body in there. For the face, we're going to do a real simple, cute face, okay? This is a really great way to get them to draw in the eyes and practice getting shapes in here. Just a little arch like this on each side for the eyes, okay? Again, doesn't have to be completely symmetrical. We want them to be relatively good size so that we can see the eyes when we're doing it, and the mouth is going to be a very similar shape, just a U shape, just like this. Okay, really, really basic shapes so far. And the next thing we want to do to make our bat even more cute is to go ahead and put in some cheeks. Okay, so you can just take a little small circle on each side in the cheek area, just like this. And now is a good time to help them erase or to erase our guidelines. Now that we have our face kind of aligned, you can remove those guidelines out of there, just like so. Okay, looks like a little flying ball so far. Okay, now bats of course have ears, so we're going to go ahead and put some ears in here. So we're going to use just nice triangle shapes like this on each side. And same thing, I'd have them dot them in. If you feel like your student is able to draw the ears on their own, let them draw them, absolutely. And if they're a little bit, again, if they're not perfect, just leave them alone. If they're way off, maybe help them adjust one or help them adjust the other. But always try to keep something of their drawing on there as much as you can, okay? To make the bat's ears look a little bit more three-dimensional, we're going to draw one more line kind of curving up, kind of like a cat's ear, like this on each side. And then our last step before we move on to our color is going to be to erase our guidelines. So you can take your eraser, maybe help them erase. I always like with our students, I like to have them try to erase first and then kind of come in and help them clean up the rest, but that shows that they are putting in the effort for their drawing, so they're going to feel even more accomplished when it is complete. We give them a chance to kind of erase a couple lines here or there, and there we have it. Okay, very, very simple drawing. Very cute little bat. And now we're going to start working on the color. So first thing we're going to do with our color, just like we've done with some of our other drawings, is we're going to take instead of using an outlining pen, which can be messy and sometimes get all over the place, I like to just use a colored pencil. So I'm going to use a gray colored pencil here to outline my bat. So I'm going to take, and here's where you can actually, they can, on a regular drawing, you can improve your drawing at this phase. You can really let them go on their own on this and have them retrace their lines. If they're going off the pencil line, that's very normal. Don't worry about it. And again, when I outline, I like to turn my drawing a little bit so that I can really kind of get the curves the way that my hand naturally goes. Kind of try and get them a little bit more similar as I work. Okay, so let's get the outlines done here. Try and bring this kind of closer to the other side now. And then at the very end, of course, if there are any pencil lines existing that we didn't get erased, you can come in and clean those out as well. So let's get this body drawn in here. See if I can actually also improve the curve on the top here a little bit. All the way around and connect. All right, and there we have it. There's our cute little bat. So as I mentioned, if you have any lines that you want to erase, now is a good time to do that. So any extra lines from the outlining process, got his head a little flat there, but that's okay. And then we'll take our gray colored pencil again. We'll go ahead and outline these eyes, outline the mouth. And with the cheeks, because I'm going to do those pink, I'm going to take a pink colored pencil and I'm going to outline the cheeks with a nice dark pink. All right, any additional pencil lines, you can erase them off. I'm going to clean the drawing up a little bit more. Remember, we're going to be coloring this in, so right here where I got the head a little bit flat, I'm just going to curve it out a little bit, like so. And there's our cute little bat. Okay, now for the coloring, we're going to just keep it really, really basic. We'll start out in the ears, on the insides of the ears. We'll go ahead and do a nice pink color for the insides of the ears. Like so, and of course that's going to be our cheek color as well. There's our cheek color, and of course, if you have a student who will sit and draw for long periods of time, I would encourage them to do a background. So if you wanted to draw a little moon up here, some stars or anything like that, that's something that's really, really great to encourage their creativity and have them kind of go wild with the background on their own, which I love to see. Very, very fun to watch that. Okay, now one other thing we're going to do with our gray before we start is we're going to start by taking our gray and we're going to outline the inside of the wing. Okay, so it's going to come down like this, and then we're going to come in and actually add in the same curve as we have here. Now most of the young kids will need help with this, so if you have to do this for them, that's okay. You're basically going to give them some areas to color. Okay, same thing, doesn't have to be perfectly symmetrical. Not worried about that at this age. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take that dark gray and very, very lightly we're going to shade in the very inside of these wings. All right, let's do the same thing over here on the other side. There we go. And remember, doing little sections with the kids is good. If they need help, I think that's a really, really good thing to do. Now, we're going to go ahead and move on to a lighter gray. Since we already have dark gray for the eyes, we'll use a light gray for the body, or head and body. Like so. And then I'm going to switch back to my dark gray and use my dark gray for the top of the ears. Just like that. All right, now, in order to make this so it has a little tiny bit more of a dimension to it, we're going to do a little tiny shadow along the edge of the head on this side. Okay, so I'm just using my dark gray and working it along the circular shape here. And one thing you want to try to start working with the kids on is trying to get them to blend. And to blend, you're basically just having them adjust the pressure. So we push a little bit harder on the outside, and then right here we just push really soft. This is a little tough for a 2-year-old. It's not really feasible, so you could skip this part or help them and do this part for them so that they can watch. Watching by demonstration is a very, very good way of learning, so if they can kind of see it, eventually they're going to start to pick it up and understand it as their dexterity changes or their motor skills change. Okay, so that gives us a little tiny bit of some roundness. I'm going to go ahead and come down here on the bottom too and kind of complete that turn there. Just like that. And then finally we'll go ahead and switch to our black colored pencil. Our black colored pencil we'll use for the outside of the wings, so if you need to re-outline it, you can. But here's where we're going to get some nice pop on these wings. And this is something where if you have a very young student, they're going to be coloring all over the place and out of the lines, and that is very normal. So if their picture is not looking like ours or how you think you could do it, that is okay. Just have them do what they can, and every time they do it, they're going to get a little bit better at it. Let's get this other wing here. Okay, and another thing you can encourage if you have students out there who want their bat to look scary, you can add little fangs in or anything like that that you would like. And if you'd really like to pop the eyes out, you can re-outline those with the black as well to really kind of give it a nice pop. Just kind of darken them up here a little bit. And same thing with the mouth. All right, you'll notice we have the colored pencil. The black colored pencil will smudge a little bit and it should erase. If you find any smudges you want to get rid of, you can do that as well. Okay, and the final thing we're going to do is we're going to add in just a little bit of a black right along the edge of the head here, just to pop the wings away from the head. So you can bring this line down on each side. You can even smooth it up a little bit so it looks like a little shadow. And with the really young kids, the blending is not feasible yet, but for 4 and 5-year-olds, they should start to be able to adjust the pressure that they're pushing with their pencil. All right, and there you have it. There's your cute bat. Thank you for joining me once again. Have a happy and safe Halloween.